Okay, Lance Berkman. Lance Berkman, I believe he's retired now, with a couple of teams, Astros and Cardinals. Big first baseman. But the thing about him is he has a big arm, big bat. He's just a big guy, big player. And our Lance Berkman is Joseph. The coaches say about our Lance Berkman, Joseph, that he's soft-spoken, modest, often mistaken for a fourth grader. He's a big guy, just like Lance. He's durable, a defensive specialist who is a go-to guy behind the plate. He's got a big swing and is a future home run hitter with a strong arm. And coaches remember a memorable play at second where he threw a runner out trying to go home at the end of the year. I kind of think that's set the tone for us. Then we have Alfonso Soriano. Soriano, on this card, he's with the Cubs and an outfielder. I think he's pretty much always been an outfielder, although maybe some second.
Yeah, started at
second. But the thing is, he doesn't go away because he's durable and dependable and keeps going year after year after year and always seems to have an impact on the team. But the thing about Soriano is his presence. You know, he steps out on the field, fans are talking about him, you hear his name on TV. He's just he's a good athlete, good teammate. Our Soriano is Jeffrey. So, our Alfonso Soriano, Jeffrey. Coach has said that when Coach Rick said he would crush it, he did. And this is no exaggeration. It was in the playoffs. I think we had a runner on second and third, or just second. And he comes up to the bat, and Rick said he's about to hit a shot down the right field line. And the very next pitch was a shot down the right field line. It was awesome. So Jeffrey is described as enthusiastic and engaging. He put the team first without complaining. He knocked in that RBI to keep us alive against the Orioles. That was a close game until we started to run away with it, in part thanks to Jeffrey. Coaches would like to see him focusing on catcher, second, and center field. He was effective at putting the ball in play, and he loves to get dirty. That's awesome. Okay, our next player, most people have heard of in this part of the Mid-Atlantic region, Brian Roberts. Second baseman for the Orioles. For those of you that haven't heard of him, it's because he hasn't played lately, but he's been to the All-Star game. He's recognized as one of the better second basemen. When he's healthy, he's a very good ball player, guys. But in looking at his abilities at second base and looking at him as a baseball player as a whole, coaches decided that our Brian Roberts, our solid second baseman, Andrew. So, our Brian Roberts, Andrew, those things the coaches had to say, is that, quote unquote, he always brings a smile to my face, watching the other teams bring their fielders in, and then watching Andrew smash it past them every time. He's always positive. He makes key plays in key games. He's evolving. He's a solid second baseman. He's developing as a pitcher. Good job, Andrew. Okay, Roy Halladay, also a pitcher. The thing about Roy Halladay is, if you look at his statistics, they're very impressive in terms of ERA, making sure that that he's able to get his team through the tough moments. And in looking at Roy Halladay, coaches thought aside from just being somebody we could call on at a minute's notice without needing to warm up, but also has a really strong arm, our Roy Halladay would be Brian. Brian, come on. Now, come here, Brian. Here's the thing about our Roy Halladay, Brian, is, as we just saw, the enthusiasm is unmatched. And another coach said, it must be true if everyone's saying it, most enthusiastic pitcher. The pure joy when he throws that strike, yes, it just gets everybody going. Probably the best slides. Every time he's on base, you know he's sliding. Brian has a big heart, big bat, and a big smile. He always found a way to get on base. And we haven't calculated the statistics, but we think he may have led the team in doubles. Good job. All right. The next player is Ty Wigginton. Not necessarily a household name, but if you follow baseball, you're familiar with him. Plays the hot corner, third base. He's played with several teams, including the Mets, Pirates, Devil Rays, Astros. I mean, he's been around the league because teams recognize they need somebody strong in that position. They see who's available, they call him, or they try to woo him with the money. But one of the things he did was in 2007, he batted .284 in 50 games with the Astros and actually hit a pair of home runs, driving in 3 runs during a big divisional playoff game. In looking at Ty Wigginton, he said, you know what, that's Malachi. All right, so, put Malachi on the spot here. He was described by coaches as, by far, the most improved player. Last year, he was a good ball player. This year, he was a very, very good ball player. He's always excited to play. Coaches love the way he has his own little dance when he is on third and thinking about stealing home. Other team didn't pick up on it, but I think the coaches saw it coming. He's a natural third baseman. Starting towards the end of the season through the playoffs, he caught multiple pop-ups during the playoffs. I think there may have even been one in the championship game. It was money. The minute it went in the air, we knew, and it was great to see a couple of your teammates, the ball's in the air, they actually started to come towards the dugout. There were 2 outs. They had confidence in you. And nobody can forget the monster triple. Way to go. Alright, some people say, last but not least, Dominic, come on up here, buddy. See dance, hey, gotta try. Alright, Dominic played awesome this year, and wasn't there for the championship game in person, but he was there in spirit, and we were texting, communicating with the family. We talked about him. He may not have been there on the field with us, but he was there with us, along with the Susquehanna tribe. And this is yours. Good job, Dominic. Now, we are looking at Greg Maddux. Cubs, Braves, Cubs, Dodger, Padre. Since '86 into just a couple years ago. Phenomenal pitcher, future Hall of Famer. The thing about Greg Maddux is he could almost pick a certain spot where he wanted to throw it, and it was money. It was there. Even his teammates would say they were just in awe of how he could accurately throw the ball. And we thought that Greg Maddux pretty much represented Dominic. He came in a couple games, 9 pitches, 10 pitches, you know, an inning, just got us through. What the coaches said about our Greg Maddox, our Dominic, was that he's a jack of all trades. You could put him in any position and he was solid. Anybody remember early mid-'80s, Glenn Gulliver with the Orioles was known for not wanting to get his uniform dirty, and if he did, he'd go back in and change. We kind of thought maybe that's Dominic. He didn't want to seem to get his uniform dirty. He liked pitching, but when it came to, he would be safe on the base paths, but didn't always slide. I think it's because he didn't want to get dirty. So Dominic is described as wise beyond his years. He's earned everybody's respect. He's very coachable and a joy to watch on the mound. And there at the end of the season, towards his last couple of games, he had some really big hits. So, good job. So, I think it's important when we come together like this, especially at the end of the season. You already have your trophies. For the 9-year-olds, you may not be aware of this. Starting this year, if you don't come in first or second place, you don't get a trophy. You've got to earn it. With that said, we've really focused all the coaches on looking at the process, the journey, the day-to-day, not focusing on the trophy or the awards, but on every single game, every play, every inning, just staying focused and doing the best you can. And with that, guys, that's what being great is. You guys are great. You were great. Continue to be great. And good job. Let's do Indians on 3.
Well, one second, Coach. I just want to touch on your why you keep all these guys that fun. And my job is to count pitches. I think that's only you guys trust them. But the aspect is very important.
That's not because we can't count pitches.
We knew we could trust you.
So here we are in the World Series. Every inning I go over, talk to their pitch count guy. First inning, I had 17, 16. That's what I had. Second inning, I go over what you have. 8 inning, that's numbers. Third inning, coaches. I didn't count anything. Whatever you have is good. Fourth inning, they were out of it. I looked in the dugout. The players are all down. Looks like their dog died. Their best friend moved away. I come back to our dugout. Our guys are top of the world. So we were at that point. So we thank the players, coaches, and family.
Guys, it really was a great year. You are the best. And we do need, again, one last time, finish chewing on Indians on 3 as loud as you can, all right? 1, 2, 3.